Hey Metagames GX crew, this is your moderator Slendermancer here with Ryan Wells for his deck profile from the Rochester Millennium Games OTS, getting second place with Wee-Woos. How'd you feel about the day, Ryan?
Very good. The deck performed very well. I played a wide variety of things. I lost to Tempai in a Savage Way in the finals, but he's a great player. Very super happy for him. Shout out to Pete. And the deck performed extremely versatile, and it's more versatile with Fiendsmith, and it's definitely a whole lot funner to play.
Funner?
In my opinion, after the list, if Beatrice gets hit, this is still going to be a very solid option. But I'll get into the list. I win XO1 into top cut, and then I just lost in the finals. So we did 3. You have to play 3 because this is a 1-card enabler for the Fiendsmith engine. If they let this go off, you already have a way to get a turbulence. You just add preventer, and then you can go into the bridge. And then 3, this pairs super well. Being able to, a lot of people can't, they won't really sacrifice their end board to try to clear your board. So if you go to this at the fire engine, and then fire engine into I forget his name, airlifter, it's very strong. 2, you still have to play 2 if necessary. You need him to be able to combo and to end on Hydrant in the final end board.
Is that Book of Moon?
This is the Book of Moon. And then just 1 turbulence. You only need to play 1 because there's a lot of different ways to get to it now between M7, Princess, and just searching out right with the spells. And then 1 fire engine, it's a free extender, and also resolving impulse on your opponent's turn allows you to get to this. The ratios are pretty standard. And then 3 emergency, 1 in the field, and then the bricks. These are all standard.
Would you think about like the other trap at all?
Yeah, so actually that was brought up to me after the finals. I completely forgot about the other trap, and the guy that got 3rd also mentioned it. It definitely would have helped in the Tempai matchup, but other than that, everything else was pretty overperforming in the other games I played. So it would literally just be a side-in for Tempai. It would help a lot.
Gotcha.
And then 3 wanteds, 1 witch, and then 1 OSS. No Poplar, no Bonfire. You don't want to open a whole lot of. You don't want to play a whole lot of ways just to be able to get to OSS. You just want, as much versatility as possible, especially with the Fiendsmith. 3 Engraver, and then 1. This engine is insane in this deck. It allows you to play through hand traps very well because it can bridge into Princess. And M7 allows you to start off with just an Engraver, just to be able to go either Desiree, Apo, or it's 1-card Princess. And then for non-engine, just 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Bestials. These performed very well because everybody was on Fiendsmith. There wasn't a whole lot of U-Bell, but still being able to snipe Engravers is very well. Very good, I'm sorry. 3 Imperm, and then just 1-1. This, I have mixed feelings about this. I could have actually seen myself not playing it. A lot of the times, you just open a dude, or you open Witch, and Witch is just inherently better than this. So it's very good when it goes off, but sometimes the discarding of a monster is too much because you open spells and traps. And not being able to re-add one after you get your combo pieces and stuff. So the only time it really combos well is with Engraver, because then you can just bridge and then keep going anyways.
How many cards in the main deck?
43.
Anything like outside of the one for one? Would there be anything else you'd be willing to like cut down or add in to like increase the number? Or do you think 43 is kind of a sweet spot?
43 is kind of a sweet spot. It would have been 42 without the 1 for 1, but even then, I think you have to play the deck around 42, 43, especially with the space that the Fiendsmith engine brings up. You don't want to. It's good to play it at 40, but you don't want to also maximize your ability to open the traps because the deck does play a lot of bricks. And the only way you can really play with those is if you have Hydrant, it's the reason why you have to maximize on Hydrant. But other than that, I wouldn't really change anything. Everything was performed as good as it could. Against the extra decks. Played 1 Beatrice, 1 M7, 1 Lacrima, one Necro Clip, and one Desiree. This card's super necessary with this. These two allow you to use Engraver as a one-card enabler to go into one of the three options. For the links, one Hida, one Princess, one Sunlight Wolf, one IP, one SP, and then your fours, one Epo, that's the two Sequence, Moon, and then one Requiem and one Anima. Extra deck was good. The only thing I wish I would have played was possibly, or sided even, was an OTK extra deck card. Because playing into a board, Necroquip doesn't really come up as often, and neither does M7 unless they allow you to start comboing, and you have to like tribute a card that you can use later, so you can re-add it off of M7. For example, if you have a normal for Hydra or whatever. Other than that, everything was very, very good.
Yeah. What? So with the one thing that I saw you do against me, unfortunately, the Beatrice thing. Would you like to explain the Beatrice thing to those people who do not know?
If you're playing into hand traps, or even if ending on, you have to pick on ending between Desiree or Apo, you can kind of maximize your board on layered interruptions with Sunlight Wolf and Beatrice. So if you know you can end on at least Apo, you can go Beatrice during your combo with the Fiendsmith, and then you go into either before or after you make Sunlight Wolf, you summon the Beatrice or another body under Sunlight Wolf, and then you go Sunlight Wolf effect and then chain Beatrice to send Ash Blossom, and that allows you to add the Ash directly from grave to hand, and then you can combo as you are allowed to, essentially. I use it as just a way to add layered interruptions if going between Apo or Desiree leaves me with very minimal board, especially if I'm not able to resolve the set for it. It just kind of, it maximizes what you have available, and it makes your board as high as you possibly could allow it to make, without just putting all your chips into either Desiree or Apo. It's extremely good. Even being able to add a combo piece, like if you need a preventer or you need turbulence, you can add her back to hand from that.
Yeah.
Or even impulse. If you make IP, if you have the bodies, after you do that, you can impulse. You can add impulse from grave to hand too. It's very good. Very, very good combo. For the side deck, 3 Nib. This came in versus Snake Eyes and Yugioh. This versus Runic and Snake Eyes going second. This versus Snake Eyes and Tempai. This versus pretty much everything. And then 2, and then 1.
So out of your sideboard, what cards were you setting in the most often today?
The most often was definitely these. These were the most universally good. This was only versus good against combo. I played some branded, not branded, but Chimera Fiendsmith variants, and this wasn't that great because of the effects engrave, but this just hits everything. And then being able to step forward after you use evenly is just insane.
Yeah. Well, so in terms of today, what was like the MVPs out of like your deck and stuff, like your extra deck, your main deck, and everything like that?
Honestly, M7. M7 was probably the best card in my extra deck because it allows you to bridge so easily and so quick. And being able to go Necroquip and then summon Engraver and then make this and then add the Engraver back and being able to get an additional body off the tract is really, really, really good. Really good.
So, congratulations again. Any shout outs you want to make, of course, or anything like that?
Yeah, shout out to Millennium Games. They are the best game store in the country. Was another great event. Shout out to my buddy Chris, who helped me with this list a lot. Shout out to Devin Rodriguez, who helped me test as often as possible when I was theory crafting this list. Shout out to you, my boy Dom and Bobby. You guys are always there, great teammates, and that's pretty much it. You guys did great. Oh, shout out to the whole Rochester chat. being supportive and offering some kind of insight on card choices and everything. I didn't even want to play today, just wanted to prove a point. I think we proved it. It was a great day. Thank you so much.
Definitely proved a lot. Thanks, Ryan.